Welcome back everyone, I'm back with another review. This time around it's gonna be the NG Models Las Vegas Sands 747 SP, one of the new models from NG Models, so I was very excited to get this model. So I would say let's jump straight into this review. First up, of course, is gonna be the box, and for the box I would say the graphic looks alright. It's nothing really special. It is a clean looking box, I'm gonna give it that. On the front you have the image of the airplane along with that graphic that I talked about in the background. On the sides another image of the aircraft. Then the Las Vegas Sands title, and the back literally is just the same as the front with some warnings on it. So yeah, I really wish they would have included some information about the aircraft like Gemini Jets does, for example. So I'm gonna take off a few points there. Nothing too exciting, but it's not bad either. So I think 3 out of 5 is a fair rating. Moving on to the mold. I would say the mold looks very good. Looking at the nose, of course. When putting an image of an actual 747 SP, you can see the nose is pretty close. Could be maybe even a little bit more pointy on the model. Other than that, the wings also look good. The engines could be a little bit more detailed. I think they could improve on there, but still looks very good in my opinion. Then moving on to that tail section of the aircraft, you have that little hump where the tail fin is, which is correct, very nicely done. The antennas look great, the Wi-Fi hub, everything looks good. Then those little things on the wing, I don't know what to call them, also very accurate, and they're very thin, so that's a little fragile, but it looks very good. So yeah, very happy with this mold, not much to complain about, really looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. And it's not quite perfect, so I'm taking off 1 point, still 9 out of 10 for this beautiful new mold. Then of course we're gonna have the landing gear, and the landing gear on this model looks very good. Not much complaints with the detail. They all roll very nicely as always with NG models. Absolutely love it, that aspect. The only thing that is missing, I think the main landing gear could have been tilting. It's not tilting, it's just rolling. So that's one feature I'm missing, because if you look at the new Gemini Jet 747-8, it has that. And also some other 747 models do have the tilting landing gear, so I'm kind of missing out on that. Other than that, looks very good, so I'm still giving it a 4 out of 5. Last but not least is the overall quality of the model, and in terms of build quality I have absolutely no complaints. The model is put together perfectly, so yeah, amazing job by NG Models. With the painting though, I think they could have printed on a little bit more detail in my opinion. It looks a little blank, almost like a prototype, especially on the underside of the aircraft. You can see that the cargo doors are painted on, but I don't know, it just does not look that realistic to me. I think they could have just in general done a little bit better with the printing, so I have to take off some points there. I don't know if you see the same things I see, but to me it really looks a little bit like a prototype, so I'm still gonna give it a 8 out of 10. All in all, it is really solid quality on this model. Alright then, let's look at every single score again. So for the box we had a 3 out of 5, the mold was a 9 out of 10, landing gear 4 out of 5, and the overall quality a 8 out of 10, giving it a total of 24 out of 30. That of course means it gets a final rating of 8 out of 10. Now, what does that mean for the leaderboard? Now we have two models with a rating of 8.0, which is the United A319 and the Emirates 777-9. I was super impressed with the A319, and the only reason it didn't score higher was because of the box. So I think position 17 is where this model stands right now. So position 17 for the NG Models Las Vegas Sands 747 SP. Now, what is my opinion on this model? I actually quite like the model. As I said, it feels a little bit like a prototype without the added detail, but that's just a minor complaint. Other than that, it is a really good model, and for all the retro collectors out there, be excited, because I'm sure there are gonna be a lot of retro models coming, like a Pan Am. I'll be super excited about that. So yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.